Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're listening from, to live audio coverage of the semi-final of the Club World Cup between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid. Now, just to let you know, the game has been delayed. Of course it has. And it's been delayed for about 15 minutes. So just at this time, what we're going to do, I decided to come live just to let everybody know that the game is on. We are covering it, even though I'm a last-minute substitute. But what we'll do, we're just going to go on a break for 15 minutes, and then we'll be back for when the game starts. So we'll be right back then. Welcome back to the start of this game. There has been a delay of 15 minutes due to traffic. I'm your commentator today, Paul James, just standing in for Ross Vernon today. He's had some technical difficulties, so I am stepping in today. As the players coming out onto the field now for this vital semi-final clash between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid, with the winners facing Chelsea in the final. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups, and we're going to start with Paris Saint-Germain, and they line up as follows, with Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. The back four is Nuno Mendes, Lucas Beraldo, Mark Quinos and Achraf Hakimi. Vitinha just in front of the back four wearing 17. Fabian Ruiz and João Neves are behind. Krivicka Kvaratskhelia wearing 7. Ousmane Dembele wearing 10 makes his first start in this Club World Cup today, with Desiree Doué on the right-hand side wearing number 14. For Real Madrid, well, no real surprises. Thibaut Courtois is the goalkeeper, Fran Garcia, Antonio Rudiger, Raul Asensio and Federico Valverde the captain. Aurelien Tchouameni is just ahead of the back four, with Jude Bellingham and Arda Güler playing behind Vinicius Jr., Gonzalo Garcia and Kylian Mbappe making his first start in the tournament today. How will he fare against his old club this evening? Well, we are about to get the game underway shortly. I have alongside me my co-commentator today, Nick Jones. Nick, what's your thoughts about today's game? How can Real Madrid, and it's hard to say it's talking about Real Madrid in such a way, but how can Real Madrid overcome this incredibly impressive Paris Saint-Germain team?
It doesn't look like they'll be able to. It doesn't look like they will, Paul, despite the fact that Paris Saint-Germain did actually lose one of their group stage matches, but they have been really impressive since that group stage loss to Botafogo. They've won all of their remaining matches relatively consistently, including their last game against Bayern Munich, despite 2 red cards. So I think PSG will be hard to shift.
Well, about 2 minutes before kick-off, our referee today for this afternoon's game, let's grab that information for you. That is Simon Marsaniak from Poland. Is our official today. And, well, the pomp and circumstances finished. Those individuals are leaving the field, and the only thing that's left is the two teams, these two European giants, battling it out to take on Chelsea in the final of this competition at this very stadium, MetLife Stadium, on Sunday. Nick, well, it could very well be the Champions League finalists, the Champions League winners against the Conference League winners, couldn't it?
Yes, it could well be, Paul, and Paris Saint and PSG have actually won a quadruple, as well as the Champions League, including 2 French Cups and, of course, Liga. So in terms of the type of teams they're going to face, Real Madrid are going to be up against a tank.
Well, it's hard to say that. You might think I've never in my life looked at Real Madrid as underdogs, but I think that very well could be the case today. I think we've all been impressed with the way Paris Saint-Germain romped to the Champions League, and how well that they romped to. Well, it's usual for them to win the Championnat, but it's coming up against their former player Kylian Mbappe. How do you think they're going to handle him today?
Well, they know what a kind of player he is. I think they'll attack, but they also won't be complacent. Also, you've got to look out for Vinicius, Jude Bellingham, and former Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger.
For Real Madrid, although they haven't been absolutely perfect in this competition, have they? They've struggled a little bit at times during this competition, but we all know how good they can be. The players are at the centre circle. The game is about to get underway. Real Madrid in their all white, going to get the game underway. They're going to be attacking the goal to our left. Paris Saint-Germain in their traditional colours of blue with a red and white stripe. The game is underway now, and the ball is played long downfield. It's headed forward by Jude Bellingham, and the ball is played back there by Asensio. Long ball forward though by Rudiger, and it's just headed back to the goalkeeper well there by Nuno Mendes. And Gianluigi Donnarumma, of course, has been very impressive in this tournament so far, and they just have everything that they need, Paris Saint-Germain, Nick. They have the complete package: great goalkeeping, great defending, and of course goal-scoring capabilities from Ousmane Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Desiree Doué.
Yes, indeed they do. But also Achraf Hakimi, do not discount him. The Moroccan international is perhaps one of the danger men for PSG. He's either scored or assisted for them in his last 3 Club World Cup matches, and 5 out of his last 6 goals have been in knockout competitions.
Well, an early effort there by Tukumeni. It just takes a deflection, and it's going to go behind for the game's first corner. And this is an opportunity for Real Madrid to perhaps make an early statement. Tukumeni's effort from a good 35 yards out. Kylian Mbappe is going over to take it with Vinicius Jr. It's taken short. And, that's a terrible giveaway by Vinicius Jr. And here's Hakimi now for Paris Saint-Germain. He steps away well there. And that's brilliant now. Great play by Hakimi. It's dropped back now to the number 17 for Paris Saint-Germain. And that's Vitinha. He's holding up just above the back 4. Mendes plays the ball out on the far side to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia checks inside, and he tries to get the shot in, but it goes behind for a goal kick. Kvaratskhelia, and I'm going to have some fun with that name today, Nick. Hi, Mike. How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I think I'm going to have a bit of fun with Kvaratskhelia as well. But no, seriously, the way he controlled the ball, and he was just going towards goal like nobody's business. And even though he was denied at the end, he is certainly another one to keep an eye on besides Dembele.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball is picked up here on the far side. It's dropped back to Nuno Mendes. Mendes drops the ball to Neves. João Neves inside the centre circle now for Paris Saint-Germain. Neves drops the ball out onto the far side there to the number 14, Desiree Doué. We know he's capable of getting goals. Back to Marquinhos. He's wearing the captain's armband today for Paris Saint-Germain. And the ball is played forward to Mendes again. Mendes drops the ball out wide to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia just checks back there. He's just trying to pull the ball away from Valverde. And he's still got the ball, Kvaratskhelia. And here's João Neves drops the ball back. Back there to the number 14, Desiree Doué. Doué drops the ball now to Dembele. Dembele out wide to Hakimi, down the right-hand side in an advanced position. Here's Dembele again. The ball is checked back, a super effort on goal there by Fabian Ruiz, and it's just turned away by Thibaut Courtois as we see our first shot on goal in this one. I'll get your thoughts on that in a minute, Nick. Just Paris Saint-Germain still have possession. As here is Desiree Doué again. He gets the ball out wide again to Hakimi, down that right-hand side. Hakimi checks back. Back to Dembele. Back heel by Desiree Doué. Played across by Hakimi! Oh, what a chance and a super save! Oh, that really was a fantastic save by Thibaut Courtois. And it was Nuno Mendes on the end of that. And now Real Madrid on the break with Garcia. Garcia plays the ball across to Kylian Mbappe. His shot is blocked. Mbappe holds the ball up. Oh, this is good football early on by both sides, and one you'd expect from two great footballing teams as they are. The ball is played out wide there by Jude Bellingham. And now to Vinicius Jr. in the penalty area. Back out wide again to Fran Garcia. It's crossed into the box, so it's hooked on there by Kylian Mbappe. He was just not able to divert it past Donnarumma. But Nick, that's good chances from both sides, from both teams there.
Yes, indeed. Very good chances for both teams. Kylian Mbappe, very close for Real Madrid, but both Courtois and Donnarumma, very sharp reflexes.
Kvaratskhelia now is in front of Valverde. He drops the ball back to Kvaratskhelia to Nuno Mendes. And it's now with João Neves. Right in midway inside that Real Madrid half. It's Desiree Doué. Doué tries to play the ball across again. Oh, and it's given away to Dembele. Oh, Dembele goes down. It's put into the net. And it's a goal. And it's Fabian Ruiz who's the scorer. And all of a sudden, Paris Saint-Germain have the lead. They might well have had a penalty as well in all of that melee. But Fabian Ruiz has got the goal. And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead on 6 minutes. The goal by Fabian Ruiz. It broke loose to him after Dembele had given the ball away. And the side from the capital of France take an early lead, as it so often have in this competition. We take a look again. It was Desiree Doué at the heart of it, and the ball was really poorly controlled there by Raul Asensio, and that just gave the ball to Dembele. Dembele touched it past Thibaut Courtois. Dembele went down. That would have been a penalty, but Fabian Ruiz just took the ball into the net. And that from Raul Asensio is a critical error, Nick.
Yes, that was an absolutely terrible error. You just cannot do something like that. Dembele looked like he was going to do it, but then he was brought down, and Fabian Ruiz said, "I'll have a bit of that," and just took up where he left off. And as a result of that, unintentionally great teamwork between the two, and as you heard it from Paul, Paris Saint-Germain lead 1-0.
Well, it's one of those, and it's a mistake that they can't really have afforded to have made. As here comes Vinicius Jr. Now he plays the ball across the penalty area, and nearly on the end of that was Gonzalo Garcia's. It just went through everybody, including the goalkeeper Donnarumma. And immediately Real Madrid looking to get back into this game, Nick.
Yes, they certainly are, but I'd say that was an unlucky miss for them, but the ball was too far away from Donnarumma.
Well, it's a goal kick now, and this first 7 or 8 minutes we've just seen compact with action and chances at both ends of the field. But it's Fabian Ruiz who has taken advantage of the chance that he had, and now Real Madrid have the ball with Jude Bellingham. Bellingham drops the ball back to Rudiger, and now Rudiger has given the ball away to Dembele, and it could be 2. Here it is! And it's Ousmane Dembele who has made it 2-0, and Real Madrid are falling apart with 2 dreadful defensive errors. And, well, that is absolutely shocking, Nick, by Antonio Rudiger. One you would not expect of such a seasoned player. But Real Madrid, inside 10 minutes, find themselves 2 goals down.
Yes, Real Madrid are going to be smarting from this. Their recent attacks on goal have been a bit like a pea shooter, whereas PSG's goals have been like they've been blasted from a cannon, and that was such the case with Ousmane Dembele, and I hope all the listeners and you, Paul, will start to like my unique analogies.
Well, you can see here, Nick. I mean, it's a terrible giveaway by Antonio Rudiger, but that's the 35th goal of the season for Dembele. You cannot give him that much space, as he just took that away beautifully. And, well, Luis Enrique Garcia looks delighted. Real Madrid are in serious trouble now, and we've only played 10 minutes.
This would be another feather in the cap for Luis Enrique. If he went through to the final and won, it would be his second Club World Cup when he won with Barcelona in 2015.
Well, you have to wonder what Xabi Alonso is going to make of this defending and what he's going to say to his players. I mean, at 2-0 down now, and Paris Saint-Germain with their tails in the air, you have to say that they are, I know it's early in the game, but you have to say they're odds-on favourite now.
Yes, you could say that, and all I can say is, Chelsea, watch out.
Well, here's Kvaratskhelia, a long ball over. Hakimi left it for Desiree Doué, but he does get the ball to Hakimi, and he returns it back to Doué again. As Paris Saint-Germain coming forward one more time. They look so dangerous every time they come forward. Doué beats one. He's fouled that time. And the foul by Fran Garcia. Is he going to get a yellow card for that? Not that I can see. I don't think the referee is going to give a yellow card for that. Xabi Alonso there. Well, he's looking on. He must be wondering what on earth is going on with his defence. But it's going to be a free kick now for Paris Saint-Germain in a very dangerous position, which Vitinha is going to take. Now, it's down the right-hand side, and it's level with the Real Madrid penalty area. I'd say about 10 yards inside the touchline, probably about halfway between the corner and the penalty area and the touchline, actually. It's going to be swung in by Vitinha, who's been so creative in this World Cup, creating goals, creating chances, and he's going to swing this free kick in now. Cross coming in, it's headed up into the air, that time by Garcia. And Vitinha will just allow the ball to go out of play for another throw-in to Paris Saint-Germain. And it's going to be taken quickly by the Parisians. It's just handed back to Hakimi, actually. Luis Enrique, the Paris Saint-Germain head coach, he has to be delighted with the start that his team has made in this game. Because whether or not you're the favourites, Real Madrid is never an easy game at any time. And now then, here on the ball is Gula. Gula drops the ball back. And it's picked up by Kylian Mbappe, but he's dispossessed by João Neves. João Neves is fouled by Kylian Mbappe, and it's going to be a free kick. Simon Malsagnac calling the free kick there. And it's dropped back to Vitinha. Vitinha plays the ball across there to Nuno Mendes, and he turns and hands the ball over to Fabian Ruiz. The ball is played forward now to Mendes, going on a run, but that is a really good challenge that time by Raul Asensio, and it's a throw-in to Paris Saint-Germain. It's taken quickly, and here's Vitinha again. Just puts his foot on the ball. He's just owning that midfield at the moment. Here's Marquinhos. Drops the ball back to Baraldo. Baraldo across there to the number 8 for for Paris Saint-Germain, Fabian Ruiz. The ball is played long. Chasing that forward is Hakimi, but he was never going to get there. And it goes straight through to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. And he clears it downfield as this game is being played at an incredible speed at the moment. Nuno Mendes just trying to calm things down, just gets the ball back to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma releases the ball here to Desiree Doué. Doué to João Neves. Neves slips the ball there to the number 2, Achraf Hakimi. Hakimi is brought down. Well, the referee says play on, and in fact a free kick has been given in the opposite direction for a foul on Jude Bellingham by Desiree Doué, and it's going to be a free kick for Real Madrid, and an opportunity for Real Madrid to perhaps try to pull something back here.
They have to take advantage of whatever chance they get, and this free kick could well make the difference in the outcome of their match.
Well, it's swung in there, and the heads go up. It's tried to be cleared away by Mendes. Antonio Rudiger falls over. Certainly a good free kick whipped in by Gula anyway. And It's now Kylian Mbappe wins the ball back, but he gives it straight to Mendes. And now Paris Saint-Germain have possession again. And the ball is played forward into the Real Madrid half. This time Antonio Rudiger going for the safe pass. And it's Güler again. He drops the ball here to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham back there to the number 35 there, Raul Asensio. Almost gave the ball away again there, but it's won back by João Neves for Paris Saint-Germain. And they're being very careless on the ball. Here's Mendes. Plays the ball forward to Desiree Doué, but that is nipping in with a really good challenge. There is Fran Garcia, and it goes back to Thibaut Courtois. But you can tell, Nick, at the moment, Real Madrid look very shook up, and they look very careless on the ball at the moment.
Yes, they are very much all shook up as PSG are just forcing them into making mistakes.
And the ball is with Marquinhos, the captain. He just drops the ball to Hakimi. Hakimi forward to Desiree Doué. Doué over the halfway line, gives the ball to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele tries to play the ball through to Hakimi, but the flag goes up for offside, and it's going to be a free kick. Ousmane Dembele frustrated there. In fact, it was Dembele who was originally caught in that offside position. Free kick to Real Madrid, which Fran Garcia is standing over. Midway inside their own half of the field, he moves away and leaves it there for Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni gets it back to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois, beaten twice. If you've just joined us, it's 2-0 goals by Fabian Ruiz and Ousmane Dembele from two errors, one from Raul Asensio and one from Antonio Rudiger defensively, that really cost Real Madrid. Inside 10 minutes, the Los Blancos was down by 2-0. Here's Hakimi. Played the ball forward to Desiree Doué. Doué gives the ball back to João Neves. Across to Fabian Ruiz. Out wide here to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia checks inside, tries to get the shot away. That's a good block by Valverde. Headed out there by Asensio. And picked up by Jude Bellingham. Oh, Bellingham now gives the ball away. And it fell right at the feet of the captain, Marquinhos, who gives it to Vitinha. Vitinha drops the ball back to Lucas Beraldo. It's forward now to Nuno Mendes. He's got Kvaratskhelia overlapping on the left-hand side. Here's Kvaratskhelia. It's on the corner of the penalty area. He's just put his foot on the board and dropped it back to Vitinha. Vitinha lifts the ball into the penalty area, headed out by Fran Garcia, only as far as Dembele. Dembele drops it back to Vitinha again, as Paris Saint-Germain just dominating possession in the first 18 minutes or so of this game. I want to thank you for joining us today. And you're listening to Paul James today. I had intended on taking the summer off, but Ross has had some trouble today with his computer system, so I'm stepping in for Ross this afternoon. He'll be back for the final, and he'll be covering the final, which between Chelsea and the runners of this game. Ball is cleared forward, up in the air there, trying to win that is Vinicius Junior, but Marquinhos comes away with the ball, and he plays it all the way back to Gianluigi Donnarumma inside the Paris Saint-Germain goal, and the ball is played to João Neves. Neves plays the ball back to Fabian Ruiz. Beraldo gives the ball to Mendes. Mendes back to Beraldo. As Paris Saint-Germain can afford to just take their time right now, making just simple passes inside their own half of the field. It's a good ball by Beraldo. Picking it up there is Mendes. He plays it out on the far side to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia cuts inside and he holds the ball up really well there. He was looking for the pass for Dembele, but it wasn't really on. He gives it to Ruiz. And now here's Neves. Neves to Hakimi. Hakimi with the shot, his first attempt on goal. He just pulls that wide. Nick just got his foot too far around that, I feel.
Yes, I'd say his foot was a fraction too far back. Aimed it incorrectly with the side of his foot, I think. But he should not be too disappointed. There's still time for him.
See a former French international in the seating area there, Marcel Desailly. The long ball is played forward, and all of a sudden Vinicius Junior with a chance. Oh, nipping in and making an absolutely splendid challenge there was Nuno Mendes, just as Vinicius Junior was about to pull the trigger, Nick.
Yes, that's right. Great interception by Mendes, and that prevented Vinicius from firing.
Well, it certainly was a super bit of defending by Nuno Mendes. They really have done well to shut the door right now on this Real Madrid side, because they have goal-scoring threat. Jude Bellingham can score goals as well as create them. So we know he's capable of doing some damage. We've got Vinicius Junior and also, of course, Kylian Mbappe. Can't forget him. The ball is out wide to Vinicius Junior now. And he plays the ball into the middle, and it's just headed out there, but not really far enough that Vitinha is there to win the ball back. And, it's played forward there, but it's gone all the way back to Nuno Mendes. And now Paris Saint-Germain have possession of the ball just on the edge of their own penalty area. As it's played forward now, looking for Desiree Doué. Doué will hold the ball up and wait for some assistance. Fran Garcia tries to go over there to take the ball from him, but this is well held up in the corner by Desiree Doué, and he does play the ball back there to Hakimi now that they do have some assistance over there. And the ball is played across on the far side to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia in front of Valverde, checks inside. Oh, a back heel by Kvaratskhelia, but it was well read by Federico Valverde. He does clear the ball. He's complaining that he was impeded there. The referee said no foul. And it's now at the feet of Vitinha, who gives the ball to Neves. Neves wearing 87. It's back to the number 4, Beraldo. And here's Marquinhos. He's wearing the captain's armband for Paris Saint-Germain. Beraldo on the halfway line. He's going to go long over to the right-hand side. And it's picked up by the number 2 there, Hakimi. Oh, and Dembele has just given the ball away here. It's a really poor pass to Kylian Mbappe. And now Mbappe is breaking away. He checks inside. He's beat 2 as Kylian Mbappe beats 3. Oh, and he tries to get the shot away, but it loops up into the air and into the grateful arms of Gianluigi Donnarumma. But you can just see how good Kylian Mbappe is, Nick, once he gets his opportunity to run at defences.
Yes, he certainly does. He is a machine in front of goal, but on this instance, Donnarumma was able to just switch him off.
Well, he drops the ball back here to Mendes. And it's now with Beraldo. Beraldo plays it forward to Vitinha, and Vitinha goes all the way back to Donnarumma, who releases it quickly to Hakimi. Hakimi now forward to Neves. Back to Hakimi. He's got some space to run. It's Dembele, and he sets off Hakimi. Hakimi with a real chance. It's played across. And excuse me, it's 3-0. And it's Fabian Ruiz with his second goal. Fabian Ruiz makes it 3-0, and Real Madrid are being taken apart here. And Nick, they are being absolutely taken apart. Look at this move. First of all, I'll get your thoughts on this in a moment, but let's just take a look at this goal, the way this all played out. And you can see the run was perfect from Hakimi. From the pass from Ousmane Dembele, he played it across to Fabian Ruiz. There was nobody on Ruiz. He had just had time to put his foot on the ball and just tap it in the corner, the left-hand corner pass Thibaut Courtois, and it's real trouble at this stage now for Real Madrid.
Yes, PSG have not only taken Real Madrid apart, they have practically bulldozed their way through them, and fabulous finish by Fabian Ruiz. He was almost held by Valverde, but he ignored him and straight into the left-hand corner, as you say. Good bit of play though by Hakimi. So Hakimi should also be credited with that assist.
Yes, well, he will be credited with that assist. It was a wonderful ball into the penalty, and it was just such good football from Paris Saint-Germain. And this is what we've seen throughout the season from them. Just breaking forward in numbers, easily able to just split defences like they're not even there. And here is Hakimi now on the ball, got the assist on that second goal for Fabian Ruiz, as Paris Saint-Germain are all over Real Madrid in this first half. We've only had 25 minutes gone. If you're just joining us, it's 3-0, 2 goals from Fabian Ruiz and 1 from Ousmane Dembele is the difference maker at the moment. And well, I have to say, I don't see Real Madrid getting back into this game at the minute, Nick, the way they're playing.
No, I have to agree with you. They are just falling further and further behind.
Well, Paris Saint-Germain continue doing what they're doing, just playing the ball out from the back. Marquinhos, and it's now with Lucas Beraldo. Beraldo across now, and it's picked up by João Neves. And Fabian Ruiz, well, he is going to be delighted with his 2 goals in this game so far. Here's Hakimi. Hakimi drops the ball back to Ruiz, the aforementioned. Across there to João Neves. As this entire Paris Saint-Germain team, I don't envy you today, Nick. You have to pick the player of the match. It's incumbent on you to pick the man of the match in this game. And I have to say to you, I don't envy your assignment today. It's picked up by Vitinha. Vitinha drops the ball back there to Mendes. Mendes across there to Marquinhos. Now down to the number 8 for Paris Saint-Germain, Fabian Ruiz. Here's Marquinhos now. Real Madrid just can't get the ball off Paris Saint-Germain. Here's Ousmane Dembele to Desiree Doué. As once again they come forward, it seems, with absolute impunity. And now it's Ruiz again. He's fouled. There's a foul this time. It's a late challenge and the first yellow card. And it's on to Khomeini. Is the first yellow card of the game on the number 14 for Real Madrid. To Khomeini. And he picks up the first yellow card of this afternoon's contest. And Real Madrid see the frustration at the moment within them as they try to get the ball back. Here's Vitinha. Vitinha drops the ball back. Good ball by Marquinhos to Hakimi. And it's Marquinhos again. Here's Lucas Beraldo, I should say. Plays the ball back to the goalkeeper, Donnarumma. And picked up there by Marquinhos. As now Paris Saint-Germain, this is like a training session, Nick. They're just knocking the ball around. Real Madrid cannot get the ball off them.
No, they certainly can't. Paris Saint-Germain just see Real Madrid as one of those plastic footballer-shaped thingies you see in the training session to try and get the ball around.
It's a good ball to Hakimi from Dembele. He tries to play the ball back to Dembele, but sliding in and making a decent challenge there is Jude Bellingham, at least bringing that attack to an end, but it does result in a corner for Paris Saint-Germain to be taken down the right-hand side. We've played almost half an hour here. It's Paris Saint-Germain 3, Real Madrid 0. And you'll be able to join us here on the Commentary Hub for the final. Rush should be back for that one. He's having computer problems today. I am in deputising today, so you're listening to Paul James this afternoon. And the corner is going to be coming in, and it's going to come in from Vitinha. He's going to outswing this one by the looks of it. Vitinha outswing, and the heads up go up, but it misses everybody. It goes all the way over to the left-hand side to Nuno Mendes. Mendes picks up the ball. He's got Garcia in front of him, or skips away from Garcia with ease. And the cross coming in by Mendes. It's flicked up in the air by Asensio. Real Madrid still can't get the ball away. Here's Kvaratskhelia. He's got some space to shoot, and he does, but it's blocked by Antonio Rudiger. Oh, they all want to have a go right now, Nick. Paris Saint-Germain at the moment playing some of the most delightful football I have ever seen. And now the ball is out wide. Sorry, Nick, I'll get your thoughts in a moment. They are coming forward right now. It's Mendes with Paris Saint-Germain. And here is Kvaratskhelia. Swings across into the back post. It's Dembele. Dembele is pulled right back. And Dembele is in an offside position. Sorry, Nick, go ahead, make your point there.
I was about to add to your compliment, saying that this is some of the best football that you've seen in a long time, but unlucky for Dembele to receive that to be ruled out as offside as we go into a cooling break.
Yes, we're going to a cooling break now as the temperatures are high enough in New Jersey that a cooling break is required. While we're in the cooling break, Nick, why don't you summarise the first half so far?
Yeah, well, the first half has been kind of all about PSG. They came crashing through like a freight train, and they just knocked Real Madrid completely off the rails. As we've been saying, 3-0 down. Can't see any way back from that.
Well, it certainly doesn't look good for Real Madrid right now. I think ultimately they're in all kinds of trouble. I don't see a way back for them the way this Paris Saint-Germain team is playing. They are well in control of the game. This cooling break is a perfect opportunity, though, Nick, for Xabi Alonso to get a hold of his players. And what do you think he's saying to them right now? What can he say to them?
I think he's gonna give them a right old rollicking, to tell you the truth. But what I'm really concerned about is the increasing temperature, weather, and the cooling breaks, and possible weather delays, which could have an impact for next year, which could have an impact in next year's World Cup.
Yes, we'll have to cross that bridge a little bit closer to the time, as the players will be back out in just a few moments from the cooling break. As we're just taking a look at Ousmane Dembele's goal there, winning the ball back off Rudiger and just putting that ball in the net. The finish there was such world-class quality from Ousmane Dembele, wasn't it?
It certainly was. Just swiped it in with the side of his left foot, and I'm now taking a look at this through the referee camera's perspective, and that was just an incredible finish. It's really cool. What cameras have been available throughout this tournament.
Yeah, the referee cam is a new thing. It's been introduced, and we're going to get the game back underway now. And the cooling break is over. And Real Madrid have possession of the ball just on the edge of their own penalty area. Simon Marcignac is just going to get the game back underway, as we've got about 12 minutes to go until half-time at MetLife Stadium in New York, or New Jersey. It's the home, actually, I think, the New York Jets football team, or gridiron team, American football team, whatever way you want to call it. Here is João Neves. Neves just gives the ball to Fabian Ruiz. Ruiz holds the ball up and drops it back to the number 5 there, Marquinhos. And now then Vitinha just keeping possession. It's game management, Nick, isn't it, at the moment?
Yes, yes, it certainly is. Paris Saint-Germain really controlling this game, and Real Madrid just haven't got anything to say about it.
Well, it's with Kvaratskhelia at the moment, and he drops it back to Nuno Mendes. And here's Fabian Ruiz, scorer of 2 of the 3 goals in this first half. And Real Madrid, I just wonder whether we're going to see any changes at the break from Real Madrid, as they're going to have to change something, because at the moment they're being thoroughly manhandled tonight.
Not just manhandled, they have just been absolutely mullered.
Well, the ball is across to Marquinhos. Marquinhos plays the ball forward. It's flicked on, and it rolls out of play for a throw-in. And it's Antonio Rudiger that was going to take the throw-in. In the end, he leaves it for Fran Garcia. Midway inside his own half of the field, Garcia just looking for options. So Serge Gnabry. Bayern Munich, of course, were eliminated by Paris Saint-Germain. Here's Vitinha. Vitinha holds the ball up. Oh, it's a wonderful through ball by Vitinha to Doué. And Doué just overstepped it a little bit as Thibaut Courtois comes out and claims that ball. But that ball was almost measured to perfection by Vitinha there, Nick.
Yes, it certainly was. It was just unfortunate that he was caught out at the last moment.
Vinicius Junior now plays the ball across to Bellingham and across there to Gula. Out wide now to Bellingham again. Bellingham tries to skip inside. He's dispossessed. Oh, Kvaratskhelia beats 2. And now Paris Saint-Germain breaking forward. And it's 3-on-4 if they hurry. And Kvaratskhelia, was he fouled there? Well, the referee says no. Jude Bellingham is claiming that it was not a foul as well, but play goes on. I don't think there's anything more needs to be said. And it's Gula now for Real Madrid. And picked up here by Jude Bellingham, the England international. And it's Antonio Rudiger. Plays the ball to Vinicius Junior, to Garcia. Now to the other Garcia, Fran Garcia. And it's Vinicius Junior again. And now Gonzalez Garcia. And it's Vinicius Junior now down the left-hand side, just trying to create something. He's being doubled up on here by the Paris Saint-Germain defence. Hakimi is one of them. And the ball is now across to Gula. Back again to the number 5, Bellingham. Held up well by Bellingham. Quick passing by Real Madrid. And the ball is played towards Mbappe. Mbappe holds up. That's a good challenge by João Neves. And good play by him. And Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain can come away with the ball. And here's Nuno Mendes. He plays the ball forward to Kvaratskhelia. But Mbappe is still down. Now, they don't have to stop play because it's not a head injury, but Paris Saint-Germain have chosen to stop play. Just take a look at the challenge. The challenge was fine. There was nothing wrong with the challenge. And I think Mbappe embellishes that a little bit, Nick.
Yes, well, it wasn't out. From what I could tell, it was a bit of an elbow in the back. But I'd have to say that's good camaraderie and sportsmanship for PSG to stop the game out of their own volition, because they're obviously concerned about Mbappe.
Well, we're going to have a little bit of injury time at the end of this first half, I suspect. Mbappe is back on his feet now. He's just wincing there at the moment. Looks in some discomfort. But I've no doubt he'll be back on being the competitor that he is.
I would have to agree. I would have to agree with you, and loads of the French players under the watchful eye of Didier Deschamps in attendance at the MetLife.
Yes, he's there this afternoon, keeping an eye on some of his prized possessions. Of course, with the likes of Didier Doué and Ousmane Dembélé, they're integral parts of that French team. And the ball is played forward to Dembélé. Dembélé plays it to Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he should have made it 4-0. Oh, that really should have been 4, Nick. It was a brilliant pass again from Dembele. Kvaratskhelia tucked inside the defender Raul Asensio, but the finish just wasn't quite there this time for Kvaratskhelia, was it?
No, it certainly wasn't. His agony clear to see. He did nothing wrong in my view. He lined it up, but fate just went against him.
Well, it's picked up by Hakimi as Paris Saint-Germain really could have had 5 or 6 in this game, really. The chances have been there for them. And Beraldo just plays the ball across to Nuno Mendes. Mendes skips forward now, incredibly quick is Nuno Mendes. And is played infield to Fabian Ruiz. Long ball over to Hakimi. Hakimi holds the ball up and drops the ball back into his own half of the field. And it's with the number 8 now, Fabian Ruiz, as we've got about 4 minutes to go till the break. And here's Ruiz. Good ball there by Vitinha to Mendes. Back to Vitinha. Back to Beraldo. Knocked on there by Ruiz, and it's picked up by Marquinhos. Back to Ruiz again. Chasing this one, trying to win that ball back, is the number 87, João Neves. The ball is played forward by Vinicius Junior, looking for Kylian Mbappe, but it's a bad ball. And the long ball is cleared downfield, looking for Dembele. The clearance by Courtois, but Desiree Doué was not able to bring the ball under control. And now Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid can come forward now with Valverde. Valverde to Gula. Back to Tukameni, to Gula. Gula just backheels the ball there to Valverde. Back to Valverde, he's got some space. Tries to pull that ball back. It's a good block that time by Fabian Ruiz, showing his defensive acumen as well. And just trying to get the ball back there. It's a free kick. It's a foul. Garcia was just trying to win the ball back there, but foul at the same time. There's been a total of 10 attempts on goal. Dembele has had 4, 2 for Hakimi and 2 for Kvaratskhelia. And I see Paris Saint-Germain fans are on their feet, but this is serious news for Paris Saint-Germain. Fabian Ruiz is limping at the moment. He's got a bandage strapped around that left thigh. And Nick, how much of a loss would it be if he has to go off?
Well, I'm not quite sure what caused it all, but if he is to be ruled out for the final, should they progress, that could be a bit of a blow, and it may well give Chelsea an advantage.
It's played downfield by Courtois and picked up here by Fabian Ruiz. He's still just moving a little gingerly at the moment. Gives the ball back to Nuno Mendes. And it's held up by Marquinhos. By Vitinha. Vitinha gives the ball there to Neves. It's now back with Mendes again. Mendes to Kvaratskhelia. João Neves. Kvaratskhelia lifts the ball forward. Manages to find Hakimi. That's a really perfectly placed ball. And he sets off Dembele on his way. Can Dembele get the cross in? And it's put behind by Raul Asensio. And the referees, the officials' flag up on this near side has been raised. Dembele just straight into an offside position there, Nick.
Yes, very unfortunate for Ousmane Dembele. He looked like he was about to find a way through, but as soon as he realised he was offside, he knew when the game was up and just backed off.
Well, it's a free kick now, which Thibaut Courtois will take inside his own penalty area. Left-footed, downfield. Up in the air, winning that one is Mendes, and the ball is played forward to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia chasing it, but that is really good defending by Valverde. Just getting ahead of the Georgian international there. Played the ball back to Thibaut Courtois, who launches the ball downfield again. It's won that time by Beraldo, I'm sorry. And the ball is across to Nuno Mendes. As we're approaching the 45-minute mark here, let's see how much stoppage time Simon Marciniak is going to allow at the end of this first half. I suspect there'll probably be about 3 or 4 minutes. And it is 3 minutes, in fact. So we've got 3 minutes additional time at the end of this first half. And here's Vitinha. Plays the ball forward to Kvaratskhelia. Back to Vitinha. João Neves. Across to Marquinhos. Marquinhos to Hakimi. Here's Dembele. Dembele sets off Hakimi on his way. And that is a really good challenge by Fran Garcia there, Nick. Just getting his foot in. Breaking down that attack from Hakimi, who's looked so very dangerous down this right-hand side today.
Yes, he certainly has, and that was great work by Fran Garcia to close him down, but have Real Madrid left it too late?
Well, it's a corner on the right-hand side for Paris Saint-Germain. We've played a minute of stoppage time. It is a comfortable first half, it has to be said, for Paris Saint-Germain. Been all over Real Madrid. And Vitinha is now going to take the corner. It's looking like he's going to outswing another one. Another goal before half-time will probably be the absolute backbreaker, I would suspect. Vitinha. Cross coming in, it goes over everybody's head. As far as Mendes. Mendes gets into the penalty area, gets a shot away, but it's a good save by Thibaut Courtois. Palms that ball out, and Gula is looking to break away. It's a yellow card here for João Neves for Paris Saint-Germain. Just stopping Gula from breaking away there, Nick.
Yeah, that did seem a bit off by Neves. I would have to say that is the only blot in PSG's copybook in this first half.
Well, it's Valverde now with the ball. That free kick taken quickly. Here's Gula again. That's a really good ball through by Gula. And chasing this one is Mbappe, but out is Donnarumma to get there. They would have what they wouldn't have given for a goal before half time. But at the moment, it looks like Real Madrid are heading in to half time behind by 3 goals, as we are in the last few seconds now of the 3 minutes of stoppage time added on by our official Simon Marciniak. And here's João Neves across to Beraldo. Kvaratskhelia. Ball played forward to Ousmane Dembele, and in the middle there is... Oh, and he tries a shot, does Dembele! And Courtois had to be on the ball there because Dembele went for the shot. Desiree Doué was killing himself to get to the penalty area, but he tries to go for the shot there to catch Courtois out, and he very nearly did, Nick.
Yes, he very nearly did catch Courtois. But of more concern is that I think he strained something below his lower back. So I think he may well be looked at during the break as we now go to half time. Well,
yes, it is half time now at MetLife Stadium. And Real Madrid are behind by 3 goals to 0. And just before we go for the half-time break, Nick, could you just give us your overall assessment of this first half?
It was all PSG. They left. It was all PSG. They rushed through like an express train and left Real Madrid completely standing at the station. Real Madrid were out of puff just before, even before the game had even started. So they are going to have to get up a really good head of steam and get those they've really got to stoke those fires during the half-time break.
All right, well, it is half-time at MetLife Stadium. Paris Saint-Germain all over Real Madrid. We're going to take a 15-minute break, but we'll be back for the start of the second half. Join us then. Welcome back to the start of the second half. The players just not quite out yet. Very shortly, we will be starting the second half. But Nick, tell us a little bit about what you feel Real Madrid can do in the second half to try to get back into this game.
They've really got to pull out all the stops and really engineer a good form of attack. I'm not sure what kind of team they were in the first half, but they need to really be right on the button and just go for it like a well organised and well-oiled Formula One team.
Well, it really has been a dominant performance by Paris Saint-Germain. Let me just bring up these statistics again and take a look at those statistics, Nick. And, 76% possession for Paris Saint-Germain, 12 shots, 7 on target. There's a big difference in these stats. It tells a real story, doesn't it?
Yes, and not only are there big differences, the total shots gap is a chasm, almost a complete drop. If it gets more than like that for Real Madrid, it'd be like trying to cross the Grand Canyon.
Well, I have to ask you this: what do you think? What do you think Xabi Alonso needs to do at half-time, apart from, discuss with the players what he needs to see, the changes he needs to make? Do you think he needs to reach to his substitution bench at all?
I think he may well be looking at the subs bench a little bit, to check to see who may well be likely to come on. But all I can say is that the only thing he's probably done is more or less read the riot act.
Okay, so if you could see any of Real Madrid's substitutes come on, who would you like to see come on to create some changes in this game?
The only one I can think of, given his experience, has to be Luka Modric. They really need someone like him because he's good in midfield as well as up front. Because I remember what he was like for Croatia in the World Cup all those years ago. If that makes any sense, we appear to have lost Paul for the.
I'm sorry, I'm back. I don't think Luka Modric is available on the bench, Nick. So, given the substitutes that are available.
Sorry, I'll have to try that again, shall I? Let me see. We might well be looking at someone like Ceballos or Camavinga. Or perhaps Victor Munoz. Who knows? But all I can say is that Xabi Alonso has to choose wisely.
Well, choose wisely. He will have to. Changes he will probably have to make. If not. By the first hour, I would say, by the completing of the hour, I would say would need to be looking at changes to his lineup. I do agree with you on that, Nick. It's for the time being, at least, they're not looking like they're going to score goals at the moment. They've had one shot on goal. They've had a couple of shots. They've had a few shots off target, but they are not looking right now like they can create anything at the moment, are they?
No, they're certainly not. And I'm going to hand back to you as we count down the last few seconds to the start of the second half.
Well, the second half is underway, and Paris Saint-Germain this time attacking the goal to out. Launch the ball into the opposition penalty area. In this case, it went straight behind for a goal kick. And here's Thibaut Courtois now. He's going to play the ball long, looking for the flick on there from Jude Bellingham, but it rebounds through to the Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper, Luigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma releases it to Mendes. Mendes plays the ball forward. Oh, it's a poor ball by Mendes, and here's Valverde. Valverde's got some space now, takes it to the corner flag and backheels it. Kvaratskhelia is with him, and with the help of Mendes, Paris Saint-Germain win the ball back. And it's a long ball over the top. It's picked up here by Desiree Doué, and he's got options left and right as Doué. Here's Hakimi now. Doué goes down, and the referee has allowed play to go on. I think he's playing the advantage here. Here's Doué again. Back to Vitinha, midway inside the Real Madrid half of the field. Vitinha again just stabs the ball back there to Marquinhos. Back to Vitinha, who was pretty much owned that midfield, it has to be said. Plays the ball forward looking for Hakimi, but that ball breaks loose to Jude Bellingham now. Goes down the left-hand side, but he is dispossessed. And Vitinha has the ball back, but Vitinha has just given the ball to Vinicius Junior. And now Vinicius Junior gets to the byline. Can he get the cross in? He can. He's looking there for Gula, but it doesn't reach Gula. And it drops back to the goalkeeper, Donnarumma, off the back of Marquinhos. Kvaratskhelia plays the ball forward now for Dembele. Dembele, here's a real chance for Doué! It's 4-0. And wait a moment, I think the referee has disallowed this goal. It is offside. It's offside. The goal is disallowed. And it is Desiree Doué. I'm not sure he is. I'm going to need to have a look at this one, Nick. I just would like your input on this. Is he offside or not?
I don't think he was. I don't think he was offside, and I'm actually quite surprised that they went straight into play and they didn't consult VAR.
Okay. I've only had one look at it. I'd like to get another look at it, but it is disallowed. Here's Kvaratskhelia. And he beats one. He's beat a couple of players, Kvaratskhelia. He plays the ball over on the far side to Hakimi. Hakimi to Desiree Doué now. Doué gets a cross in. Courtois spills it. But fortunately for him, it breaks for Fran Garcia. But the ball is given away by Jude Bellingham. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a free kick for the foul on Jude Bellingham. And a free kick for Real Madrid. But already at the start of this second half, Paris Saint-Germain, offside or not, showing how easy it is to break down Real Madrid at the moment. But here is Garcia now for Real Madrid. Paris stretched a little bit at the back. Here's Garcia. Corner of the penalty area. Drop back to Gula. Gula to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe now tries to get behind Beraldo. Back to Garcia, and a good challenge by Marquinhos. A really good play by Marquinhos, winning the ball back for Paris Saint-Germain. And the clearance only gets really as far as Tukameni. There's Tukameni again on the edge of the penalty area. Is he fouled there? The referee says yes. It's going to be a free kick. As a shot by Jude Bellingham is flipped over by Donnarumma. But Tukameni has gone down, clutching his shoulder, and he looks in some discomfort, Nick.
That looked very discomforting indeed. And we're just taking a look at what it says on the VAR, and the technology ruled that most of Dembele's body was over a certain line, so he was judged to have been offside. It has been confirmed.
Yes, it was very close, but I think he just went a fraction too early, Dembele.
Yes, pulled the trigger a bit too soon.
Well, Luka Modric is warming up, but as far as I'm aware, he's not on the list of substitutes for Real Madrid. Oh, he is on the list of substitutes. I owe you an apology, Nick. I didn't think he was on the list of substitutes. He is on the list of substitutes.
Yes, and as I said before we kicked off, he is what Real Madrid need right now, given what he achieved at the World Cup, and Tukameni still clutching his shoulder. That does look very painful, and Xabi Alonso will be scratching his head thinking, what am I going to have to do with this squad?
Well, the problem lies for Paris Saint-Germain, for Real Madrid right now, is that as time ticks on, a goal back is not going to be that useful in terms of getting back into this game. As you start getting past 70 minutes and you're still 3-0 down, your chances of getting back into this game become less and less. So I think a substitution really needs to be looked at and made soon if it's going to have the time to have any impact on this game whatsoever. And here is Valverde. Valverde dropped back, and the ball has been given away again. And this time by Tukameni, who's back on the pitch now. He wins it back though, but it's given away by Jude Bellingham, and that's a good interception there by Vitinha, but the ball has gone out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid. And Paris Saint-Germain now 3-0 leading at the moment, Nick. And they look comfortable at the moment. Here's Valverde, Garcia, Vinicius Jr. And we've seen moments of Vinicius Jr. and we've seen moments of Mbappe, but they've largely been marshalled well today. I'll get your thoughts on that in a moment. Here's Gonzalo Garcia, drops the ball back to Gula. And it's Valverde with a chance for Mbappe, but the shot is well over the crossbar. And Valverde and Mbappe connecting well though, but the finish just wasn't quite there, Nick.
Yes, the teamwork was there, the chemistry was there, but the finish wasn't.
Looks like a fan has got a keepsake there. And who do you feel needs to be the one to be replaced? Nick, in your mind, who would you look at replacing if you were going to bring on somebody like Luka Modric?
I would probably have to say it would either have to be Tukameni or Bellingham.
Yeah. Kvaratskhelia has gone down at the moment, and he's just being helped back to his feet right now. Paris Saint-Germain 3, Real Madrid 0. In case you're just joining us, the goals were scored by 2 from Fabian Ruiz and 1 from Ousmane Dembele. 2 of those goals were down to defensive errors. Antonio Rudiger, I think, was the most glaring one, wasn't it, really?
Yes, it certainly was.
It's back with Donnarumma now. Donnarumma clears the ball downfield. Trying to win that ball is Mendes in the air, but it's won by Gula. And here's Asensio. Raul Asensio plays the ball back to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Courtois launches the ball downfield. And it's Gonzalo Garcia is not able to bring that ball under control. And here's Nuno Mendes now. He has been extremely impressive today, Nick, hasn't he? Down that left-hand side. And he drops the ball back now to Fabian Ruiz, who seems to have run off that injury that he was picked up just before half-time. Kvaratskhelia gives the ball to Vitinha. Vitinha over to Marquinhos. And that's Hakimi, drops the ball to Desiree Doué. And it's picked up by Ruiz again, laid off by Dembele to Hakimi. Hakimi's flick drops the ball back to Marquinhos. As Paris Saint-Germain keeping possession really, really well here. And the ball is played back into their own half of the field to Marquinhos. Just talking about Marquinhos, and I'm going to have to get your thoughts on that in a moment. In fact, I'll do it now. Marquinhos has Nuno Mendes rather, Nick, he's played very, very well today, hasn't he?
Yes, he has been an absolute nuisance for the Real Madrid forwards. defended really well, and he is definitely one of the parts of the Paris Saint-Germain locomotive, just steaming their way through the game. I said I wasn't going to make any more steam engine jokes. I've just done one more now.
And the ball is looking over for Garcia. It goes over his head and out of play. We've had 10 minutes gone at the start of the second half, and Real Madrid still haven't really found any way back into this game. Indeed, Paris Saint-Germain nearly adding to their score with Dembele just straying into an offside position. The ball is long over on the far side, looking for Desiree Doué. He brings that down so well and just shields the ball from Fran Garcia. Gives the ball to Hakimi. Played there to João Neves. Oh, it's a really good ball to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia gets in the penalty area, cuts inside. Is he going to try to shot? Kvaratskhelia, he does. But it's well wide. And he doesn't look particularly impressed with that, as Paris Saint-Germain looking to make a substitute of their own. And it looks like it's Gonçalo Ramos who is going to come on for the Parisians. And Nick, in your mind, who is going to be coming off?
It could well be Vitinha or Rui, but in all likeliness, it may well have to be João Neves, given he is on a yellow card.
Well, we'll see how that all plays out as Paris Saint-Germain come forward again. And there's Hakimi, tries to play the ball across, but you know what? It just falls straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Very comfortable save in the end for Thibaut Courtois, as Ramos continues to wait on the bench. Here is Fran Garcia. Picks up the ball, Garcia, and drops it back, and he gives it to Vinicius Junior now. Vinicius Junior gets to the byline, tries to check back Vinicius Junior. The shot was blocked though by Marquinhos, and it goes out of play, and we might see that substitution now. We'll just take a look at, actually there is another guy coming on. I'm just not quite sure who that is down there. Guess we'll find out. It looks like Paris Saint-Germain are making a double substitution, as here is Valverde, and it's picked up there by the number 15 Gula, and trying to see who it is. So it's got his name down there. I'm just trying to. There's number 9 coming on. So it's Dembele and Kvaratskhelia coming off. Dembele and Kravat. And it's Gonçalo and Ramos. So Gonçalo and Ramos are coming on. So you'll probably see those substitutions just come across your screen there. Dembele and Kvaratskhelia are off. Ramos and Gonçalo are on. As the first to roll the dice, quite surprisingly, it's Luis Enrique. I'll get your thoughts on those substitutions in a moment, as Real Madrid streaming forward. The cross coming in that time by Garcia. Breaks loose there to Gula, back to Fran Garcia, and he's not able to keep the ball in play. Gula's ball was not the best there, as we are approaching the hour mark at MetLife Stadium. Nick, your thoughts on that double substitution by Paris Saint-Germain?
Certainly, a bit of an unusual move by Enrique, but a fresh pair of legs at this stage doesn't hurt.
Ball is cleared away that time by Beraldo, and the ball is now played forward, and it just goes straight through to Donnarumma. It's a poor ball, really, and Luka Modric is in fact coming on, so I think you're going to get your wish here, Nick. Luka Modric is coming on, and I think actually suggested, did you not, that it might be Tukameni that maybe making that, maybe making the sacrifice?
Yes, I did indeed. I did indeed. If his shoulder, I did indeed, because I certainly wouldn't want his shoulder to be aggravated. So to get him on in place of.
Well, here comes Goncalo. Sorry, Nick. Goncalo cuts into the penalty area. The ball is played across, but that is such a disappointing ball by Goncalo. And, well, that really is a poor finish. It has to be said. And now here is Grula. Grula plays the ball to Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior pulls it back. And just for a moment, there's panic in the Paris Saint-Germain defence. And it's cleared away. And, well, that was a opportunity perhaps, as they're almost at walking pace now. Goncalo has the ball. And he's dropped it back there to Ramos. And you can see here, Nick, it's almost at walking pace. Here's Vitinha. And the ball is played across there to Hakimi. And now it's Desiree Doué. Can he get the cross in? Doué, there's a chance for Goncalo! And, well, it's a good challenge, in fact, by Raul Asensio. And, well, an opportunity for Goncalo Ramos there. He just wasn't able to get the touch on. It was a good challenge, but had it not been for that challenge, it might surely have been 4-0. Yes,
it surely would have been. Goncalo was in the right place at the right time. He was he looked like he was going to score, but that challenge from behind was all it took to throw him off.
Well, I can see another substitute down there for Real Madrid. It does look like they are making a double substitution. Paris Saint-Germain still have the ball with Nuno Mendes. He plays the ball forward there. Oh, he was looking for Ramos and was not able to find him. And now Jude Bellingham coming forward for Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham's got time and space. Tries a shot, but it's blocked. Well, he had options left and right, Nick. And now here is Gonzalo Garcia. Swings the ball in. The head goes up by Marquinhos just to get ahead of Vinicius Junior. A vital header there by Marquinhos.
Yes, it certainly was a vital header from the PSG skipper. He has led the team very well, but a corner to Real Madrid. A chance for them to get a goal back, but as you said earlier, Paul, pulling back one goal just may not be enough.
Well, we'll wait and see. The cross is going to come in. It's taken short, in fact, to Gula. Gula sends it back to Mbappe, and it's just punched away by Donnarumma. Flying out there just to get his fists on the ball. Perhaps he felt he's not done enough today. And the ball goes out of play. So we are actually going to see a triple substitution here. So it is 10, 21 and 3. So Bellingham coming off, Asensio coming off, and Vinicius Junior coming off. Wow. Well, better keep Paul busy. Modric is on. Just trying to see who the other player is that's coming on there. 21.
That would be Diaz.
Diaz, thank you very much. Yes, so that's Diaz, and Eder Militao is the other one. So what you're going to see that on the screen in a moment, which show the players coming off. So coming off is Bellingham, Asensio and Vinicius Junior. Coming on is Modric, Diaz and Militao. So this is complete change really for Real Madrid, as ball is played forward there, and it's long over on the far side to Valverde now for Real Madrid. It's played towards the edge of the penalty area, but it's won back, and it's Vitinha who gives the ball now to the number 9, Goncalo Ramos. and well, he was looking for his fellow substitutes Barcola. He was not able to find him. But they've maintained possession, have Paris Saint-Germain. And here's Mendy. Mendes drops the ball back there to Beraldo. And it goes back to, well, I mean, he was looking for, he was definitely looking there for the number 8 for Paris Saint-Germain, Fabian Ruiz. And we've got another substitution coming up. Doué and Ruiz are coming off. So that is 14 and 8. As the substitutes are really reining in, and Doué and Ruiz coming off. Mayulu and Zaire Emery are coming on for Paris Saint-Germain. Mayulu and Zaire Emery. Nick, your thoughts on those substitutions?
They are coming in really thick and fast, and as I can see now, PSG have only one substitute left to make Real Madrid 2. So PSG coming pretty close to maybe perhaps overplaying their hand a little bit, but they are being very consistent about this.
Well, the clearance was a poor one to Garcia. Garcia to Modric. Modric trying to get to the byline, tries to get the cross to the back post, looking for Mbappe, but that comes off Hakimi and goes behind for a goal kick. For a corner ball, which Kylian Mbappe will take. It's taken quickly between him and Modric. Modric now cuts inside, tries to beat the Paris Saint-Germain right back, but he wasn't able to do it. And the clearance was cleared away really only as far as Militao. Militao back to Valverde. Valverde across to Tchouaméni. Modric back to Valverde. Valverde has got Eder Militao overlapping. Militao tries to get the cross in, and he's just going to allow that to go behind from the block by João Neves. And it's a corner for Real Madrid. Going over to take it is Arda Güler. Güler takes it short to Modric. Modric gives it back to Güler. Güler tries to swing it towards the back post. It's headed away by Marquinhos, headed back in there by Tchouaméni, and tried to be headed out again one more time, but this time by Barcola. But now they can break away now. Can Paris Saint-Germain? It's 2-on-2. And over on the far side here is Barcola. Barcola cuts inside and tries to get a shot away, but it's blocked. And now here is the number 2 for Paris Saint-Germain, Hakimi. Barcola. As Paris Saint-Germain looks so dangerous on the break, but I think they're at the moment quite comfortable just to manage this the rest of the 22 minutes away, Nick. Oh, and here's a breakaway now for Barcola. Gets into the penalty area, he tries to get the cross in, but it's too close to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. But wow, did he catch the Paris Saint-Germain defender, the Real Madrid defender, Tchouaméni, sleeping there, Nick.
Yes, he certainly did. And as I was about to mention earlier, before they went on the attack, PSG don't need to be too aggressive. They just need to be patient and time their moments when they get it.
Hakimi to Vitinha. Vitinha across to Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes goes for the ball long there, looking for Barcola. Barcola has got pace. Barcola is in here. Barcola beats 2, and he goes down, but he was offside. He was in an offside position, but he beat 2 of them there. Incredible pace. Actually, it might have been for the handball there. He used his arm there, Nick, didn't he?
Thanks for pointing out the handball, but I did see he was in what could well be an offside position, but ruled out all the same. But PSG don't need to hurry.
Well, another substitution for Real Madrid coming up. It's going to be Danny Carvajal that's coming on for Real Madrid, as well as just trying to see who is going to be coming off the Carvajal. This is going to be a tough one. Oh, it's Gonzalez, a defender for a forward. That's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is, and the defender went off. He did look very tired and shattered. So for him to make way for Carvajal really was a good idea. And another great name in the stands that we just saw, Ronaldo.
Yes, the original Ronaldo. He's in the building today. So Garcia goes off, the forward for Real Madrid, and Carvajal, the defender, comes on. It's an interesting one. And here is Vitinha, plays the ball down to the right-hand side, and picked up again by João Neves. And that's a good ball there to the number 9, Ramos. Neves. It's just keep ball now, isn't it, for Paris Saint-Germain, Nick? It's just game management for them. They're just knocking the ball around, breaking when they get the chance, preventing Real Madrid from just creating anything. As this is Vitinha, it's a long ball over the top, and it's picked up there by Barcoli, straight through to Ramos, and he gets a shot away, but it's just wide. And once again, despite this play that they have, Paris Saint-Germain and just game management, they are still looking for those passing lanes, aren't they, to try to get their forwards through. Real Madrid coming forward now, and it's Valverde with Carvajal overlapping. Carvajal pulled back to Valverde. Oh, it's a poor ball by Valverde, straight to Marquinhos. And now Vitinha has the ball. And he's just going to go back to Donnarumma. And 18 minutes to go. Is it too little too late for Real Madrid now, Nick?
I would have to say yes, because they don't have. I would have to say yes because they've run out of chances. They've used all but one of their substitutes, but I fear they don't have even enough time to peg one back.
Yellow card for Carvajal for the foul, so the substitute already falling foul of Simon Marsagnac's notebook.
It was on Marcola.
Carvajal. Carvajal, yeah. He goes into the referee's notebook, and that is the third yellow card. I should say the second yellow card for third yellow card rather for Real Madrid, and the ball is out wide now to Diaz. Diaz for Real Madrid. If they can get one back, you just never know. Diaz tries to get the cross in, but it's a poor effort in the end. It comes back loose to Valverde. Oh, and Donnarumma really forced into a save there. Well, Valverde put his foot through that and got some incredible power behind it.
Yes, he certainly did. It was like a projectile trying to breach the castle of defence, but they were just there to repel the intruders.
Ball comes in from Modric from the resultant corner, is headed away. And Real Madrid still have it though. It's really only as far as Gula. Gula still on the edge of the area. Gives the ball back to Valverde. Valverde swings it in. And it comes back to the edge of the area. The shot takes a deflection from the number 20 there, Fran Garcia. Just took a deflection and fell very kindly for Donnarumma. And I would say at this point, Nick, I would be inclined to agree with you. I think the game may be up for Real Madrid at this point. And, of course, a fourth goal would absolutely kill it. The question I have for you is, how did Chelsea respond to a team like this, playing this kind of level of football?
Well, who knows if any of the players or the management will be watching this right now. I have a feeling that this won't be an easy task for Enzo Maresca on Sunday.
Yeah, well, that's very true, and you can hear the final on the Commentary Hub. Luke, the commentator will be Russ Vernon back on Sunday, as we are going to have a cooling break now by the looks of it. So while we're on the cooling break, I guess I just have to ask you what your thoughts have been of this game so far, how Paris Saint-Germain have played, and it's just been like watching masters at art, hasn't it?
Yes, that's right. They have just been controlling this match. They've been patient. They've taken their chances when they needed to. They haven't hurried. They haven't. They've made very little in terms. They've made very little in terms of mistakes. They have just been very consistent. And as for Real Madrid, one could say they are out of firepower.
Well, what can Chelsea take from this? Can Chelsea take anything from this game? Looking at what they've got to face, as it looks like now on Sunday, what can they take about this, and where do you think they can be effective against a team like this?
They have got to look at this side very carefully, and also perhaps look back over the last few matches that they played in the Club World Cup, point out any weaknesses, and Enzo Maresca will, I'm sure, be making lots and lots of notes.
Yes, well, the players just returning to the field of play from the cooling break, and we're going to get the game back underway shortly here. As there's a Real Madrid fan there enjoying her day at least. It's Benjamin Mendy. Very shortly, Nick, I'll be asking you to provide your player of the match. So once you've made up your mind, if you just want to pop it in the private chat for me, please. As Luka Modric is now on the ball right now. And he goes over to Carvajal on the right-hand side. And Carvajal to Valverde. And out to Carvajal again. Carvajal now is creating some space in front of him. Carvajal to Gula. Gula back to Carvajal. And the ball is played into the centre circle. And it's a long ball there. Disappointing in the end, really. But it falls back to the number 87, João Neves, as another move from Real Madrid just breaks down and ends in them giving the ball away. As the ball is played forward by João Neves, and now Hakimi's on the break. And Ramos is in the middle. He's gone just a bit early, I think. And that takes a deflection, but the referee is not given offside. And it is going to be a corner for Paris Saint-Germain, I think. I don't think the official did give offside. It is a corner. But we will see whether this game...
yes, you are correct. It is a corner. The ball is being rolled out towards the far side of the pitch, and Nuno Mendes, it has come off, and taking his place is Lee Canigan.
Well, Mendes has been very impressive, deserved his break, I would say. Lee Canigan is right now for Paris Saint-Germain. Corner comes in, and the header is looped up in the air as it kept in play. It has, and it's back to Canigan wearing number 19. And Canigan just drops the ball back all the way back through to the goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma, who plays the ball downfield. And unfortunately for Paris Saint-Germain, it just goes right back through to the Real Madrid defender there. Plays the ball forward to Valverde. Valverde now. And it's a foul there. I'm just trying to see who that is for Paris Saint-Germain, as there is going to be another substitution. And there's one more substitute to come for Real Madrid. And it's cleared downfield. It's not quite sure who that is. It's wearing number 17. It's Vasquez, who is coming on for Real Madrid. Vasquez. And we're going to see him shortly. That's the last substitution for Real Madrid in this game. A fresh pair of legs as we go into the remaining 9 minutes left on this game. As Luka Vasquez, it's got pace to burn, really. Carvajal just drops the ball back. Here's Tukameni. Turn back there to the goalkeeper by the number 3, Eder Militao. And cleared downfield by Thibaut Courtois. And picked up there by Vitinha in the middle of the park. Vitinha just holds the ball up. Releases it to the number 2 there, Hakimi. As Vitinha again has the ball inside the centre circle. And he plays the ball just down to the right-hand side there to Carnegie. To Vitinha again, as Paris Saint-Germain, Nick, they're just playing with Real Madrid at the moment, aren't they? They're just toying with them like a cat toys with a mouse. It's really unbelievable to see such a dominant display over a Real Madrid team. But coming forward again now are Paris Saint-Germain, which is Mayulu, and the ball goes out of play. And I think it's going to be an opportunity now for Real Madrid to bring on Luka Vasquez. As we'll just see who it is that's coming off. And it's Gula, I should say. 15 Gula is coming off. He's done a lot of running in the midfield today, Gula. He goes off, and Luka Vasquez is on for the Spanish champions. Throw in for Paris Saint-Germain to be taken by Zaya Emery. And it's a long one. And Luka Modric picks up the ball and wins that one. It's held up well here by Vasquez. He gets the ball forward. Chasing this one now for Real Madrid is Ibrahim Diaz. And now it's Valverde. Valverde gets the cross in, but it's a really good block by Barcola, and it goes behind for a corner ball. Diaz here, it was really good play by him, as you just start to see the best of Real Madrid as this game has gone on a little bit, but they just haven't been able to compete with Paris Saint-Germain today, Nick. Modric with the corner. And the header. Oh, it's a chance there, and a good header. And it's headed just wide by Militao. So the cross coming in, and Militao with a free header there. It was a chance for Real Madrid. Well, we seem to have lost Nick. And hopefully we'll get him back before the end. As it's played forward there by Vitinha, and Fran Garcia just looks very, very frustrated with himself at the moment. We have 5 minutes to go. The player will announce the man of the match in about 3 or 4 minutes' time. And Nick, are you still with us?
Yes. Yes. Sorry. I didn't pull my microphone down.
Okay. All right. So it's Vitinha. Vitinha just drops the ball back into the centre of the defence, and it's picked up there by Beraldo. Paris Saint-Germain looking at this stage now. For them, it's just a question of seeing this game home, of course. And Meulu there just battling to win the ball up, but it goes out of play. And, well, it's been an overall a really good display by Paris Saint-Germain. It's been a footballing lesson and that they've given Real Madrid today as Valverde plays the ball forward. It's a poor ball again, and Zaire Emery just picks up the ball. And Nick, if we were to talk about Real Madrid, we've talked a lot about the performance by Paris Saint-Germain today, but what about the performance by Real Madrid? Do you look at it as them being just beaten by a far superior team, or do you think that they've made a lot of mistakes today? They've played perhaps not very well, and that there needs to be the squad needs to be looked at?
I'd have to say a bit of both. Whilst it's true they've been overpowered by Paris Saint-Germain, they have made several mistakes, including a foul which was saved and a shot from Militao, but saved by Donnarumma. So a combination of both bad luck and
that's a long ball forward, and Hakimi's got the ball and Courtois off his line. He tries to play the ball to Ramos. Ramos with the chance, and he's still got the ball, Ramos, and it's played across there too, and he's put in by Barcolo, and Goncalo Ramos has put the ball in. It's 4-0. It's game, set, and match. And it's the substitute number 9, Barcolo Ramos. And this game is over now, Nick. If it wasn't over before, it is now. Ramos just picked up the ball. Real Madrid's defence all over the place. Goncalo Ramos is the scorer on 88 minutes. Nick, again, it just seemed like the defence for Real Madrid had just fallen apart here. They'd just been caught out, hadn't they?
Yes, they certainly were. If this was a lesson, they weren't paying attention and have now been expelled. But what I was actually laughing at after Ramos scored was his unique goal celebration. Sat down as though he was playing a video game at home.
Well,
But in all seriousness, that was a really impressive finish.
It was a really impressive finish, but to be honest, that's really how busy it's been. And I have to question, how easy it's been today. And I have to question the Real Madrid defence. Ramos had time to just stop the ball inside the penalty area and just tap it into the net. It was that easy. And going back to what I was saying, it was a little bit too easy, Nick. I would say.
Yes, indeed, it would certainly be a bit too easy. I have a feeling that even though Chelsea may have their work cut out in the final, they will certainly be no pushovers.
Well, at the next stoppage in play, we'll give you the man of the match. I'll get Nick to give you that in just a few moments' time. Here is Vitinha again. Vitinha just dropped the ball back there to Marquinhos. And picked up there by the number 17, Vitinha again. Ball across to the number 24 there, Mayulu. Going inside the last 30 seconds here, Nick. We might as well give the player of the match now. Who have you got as your man of the match today?
Yes, so the man of the match for this game is Fabian Ruiz of PSG. And the reason why is because his 2 goals were just something sublime. I would have considered Ousmane Dembele, but because Ruiz scored the more goals and I was completely spellbound, I had to give it to him.
Okay, so today's man of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Paris Saint-Germain's number 8, Fabian Ruiz. As we are going into stoppage time, and there is no stoppage time. It's full time here, and it finishes 4-0. And you have to say, Nick, that was a dominant display by Paris Saint-Germain. Goals, 2 from Fabian Ruiz, 1 from Ousmane Dembele, and 1 from the substitute there, Goncalo Ramos. Just give us your full-time assessment, please, on that performance by Paris Saint-Germain.
They were just absolutely sublime. They just engineered it to perfection. They were like a well-oiled rally team. And anyone who remembers Citroën from the World Rally Championship in the 2000s will know what I'm talking about. But all that aside, they are surely the hot favourites for the Club World Cup final when they face Chelsea on Sunday.
Well, that's it. I don't think you can argue with that, Nick. I think they definitely are the favourites. Given the performance today from Real Madrid, where do you see this going now for Real Madrid? They were not just beaten today; they was hammered today. They was thoroughly outclassed today. What do you think went wrong for them today?
What went wrong, as I've been saying in commentary, it was a combination of bad luck, one too many mistakes, and just being thoroughly steamrolled by PSG. Xabi Alonso has really got to take a good look at the squad and do what he can to get them ready for the upcoming La Liga season, which is in a month's time, as is all the other seasons in Europe. So Paris Saint-Germain through to the final, but for Real Madrid, it's TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Yes, well, I mean, I think it's they're going to be looking at that now, and all I can say, Nick, is you just have to take a bow, Paris Saint-Germain. You just have to look at that performance and be so mesmerised with what you've seen. It's some of the best football I think I've seen in my entire life. It reminds me a little bit of some of the Brazilian teams, you know?
Yes, that's right. The great Brazil players from years gone by, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and so on and so forth. But because Brazil back in the day, they were just brilliant in '98 and 2000, in '98 and 2002, and also '94. Come to think of that, but back to the present. Paris Saint-Germain could be well on the stage. To greater things. 7 shots on target, 17 altogether. They may well have won the quadruple, including of course the Champions League, and they could well be on. And could they be on the way to winning a quintuple? As far to my knowledge, that has never happened in the modern game.
Well, certainly the sky's the limit for this squad. You can see from the statistics there just how dominant they was. I can't remember the last time Real Madrid were taken apart like this to the point that it was 68% possession to 32% possession. It was just absolute dominant display. Well, coming up next on the Commentary Hub is the final on Sunday. I believe the kickoff is 8 p.m. UK time. Join us at 7:50. Russ will be with you for that one. So please feel free to join us for the final there, where we see what Paris Saint-Germain do to Chelsea, or can Chelsea maybe cause a huge upset and pick up the Club World Cup themselves. Join us and find out for that. In the meantime, if you've liked what you've heard, please like and subscribe. We definitely appreciate it. It helps to grow the channel. That's really what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to grow the channel. Please also subscribe to our friends at Focus on Football. And thank you once again for joining us today. Bye for now.